Based in Glasgow's Gowan neighbourhood, Rangers Football Club is a professional football team that competes in the Scottish Premiership. Outside of Scotland, it's commonly known as Glasgow Rangers, even though that's not its actual name. Rangers, the fourth oldest football club in Scotland, was established in May 1872 at the Flashers Hoe neighbourhood of Glasgow Green. Up to 4 teenage boys discussed founding a football team while strolling through West End Park, now Kelvin Grove Park, in March 1872. The boys' first game was against the now defunct Calendar. Ibrox Stadium, the home field of Rangers, is the third largest football stadium in Scotland and was created by stadium architect Archibald Leach. It was built in 1929 and is classified as a Category B listed structure. The team has always used royal blue uniforms when playing. Rangers have set records for the number of times it has won the Scottish League title, 55 times, the Scottish Cup 34 times, the Scottish League Cup 27 times, and the domestic treble 7 times. Rangers became the first British club to reach a UEFA tournament final in 1961 and were the victors of the European Cup Winners' Cup in 1967. The team has already lost 2 more European championships. In 2008, they advanced to the UEFA Cup final, and in 2022, they finished as runners-up in the UEFA Europa League final. Rangers and Celtic have a long-standing rivalry that's referred to as the Old Firm, one of the biggest football derbies in the world between the two Glasgow teams. Rangers boast one of the biggest fan bases in the world football, with over 600 supporters clubs spread across 35 nations. When an estimated 200,000 Rangers supporters flocked to the Manchester for the 2008 UEFA Cup final, the team set a record for the biggest travelling crowd in the football history. When an estimated 100,000 supporters gathered in the Seville for 2022 UEFA Europa League final, Rangers also received the largest ever overseas travelling support. A financial problem during the 2011-2012 season caused Rangers, one of the 11 founding members of the Scottish Football League, to enter administration. The old corporation was liquidated, with the assets being transferred to a new corporate structure. Rangers continued to play at the top level. In time for the start of the upcoming season, the team was admitted as an associate member of the Scottish Football League and put in the 4th division. After that, Rangers made 3 consecutive promotions, and at the beginning of the 2016-2017 season, they were back in the Premiership. While Rangers were playing in Scotland's lower leagues, they became the only team in the country to win every domestic trophy. Rangers achieved a then world record 55th league victory in 2020-2021 when they won the Scottish Premiership, their first Scottish championship in 10 years. It also prevented rivals Celtic from attempting to shelter the domestic record by winning 10 straight championships. Bill Struth was the Rangers' most successful manager, taking over as manager following William Wilton's death in 1920 and leading the team to 14 league titles before the start of the World War II. A British League attendance record was shattered on January 2, 1939, when 118,567 spectators witnessed Rangers defeat Celtic in the customary New Year's Day Old Firm encounter. Struth won more trophies than any manager in the Scottish football history during his 34 years as the club's leader, including 7 wartime titles, 10 Scottish Cups, 2 League Cups, 19 Glasgow Cups, 17 Glasgow Merchant Charity Cups, and other wartime accolades. Dick Advocaat, a Dutchman, was appointed as the team's first foreign manager in 1998. After 9 consecutive era mainstays left, Advocaat made significant investments in the team that paid off right away, helping the team win its 6th domestic Triple Crown. On May 2, 1999, a 3-0 victory at the Celtic Park secured the league championship. The team defeated Aberdeen 4-0 in the Scottish Cup final to win a record, tying 21 points to win a 2nd consecutive league title. The club completed a domestic double. Rangers defeated Parma, the winners of the UEFA Cup, during their Champions League campaign. Though they started as favourites to win the championship again, the Rangers had an unheard-of string of bad performances from September to November. going 10 games without winning as a team. During this time, Rangers played Inter Milan to a 1-1 draw, which advanced them to the round of 16 of the Champions League. This made them the first Scottish team to do so since 1993. Ultimately, the club was eliminated on the away goals rule against Villarreal. David Murray declared on February 9, 2006, that McLeish would resign as a manager after that campaign to return to his position at Ibrox as manager. Former Scotland manager Walter Smith resigned on January 10, 2007, and Ali McCoist was named assistant manager. Rangers entered the UEFA Cup the next season after being eliminated from the Champions League. The team advanced to the championship game by triumphing over Fiorentina, Werder Bremen, Sporting Lisbon, and Panathinaikos. The final in the Manchester against Dick Advocaat's former Rangers team, Zenit St. Petersburg, concluded in a 2-0 loss. 2008 UEFA Cup final rights happened, and an estimated 200,000 supporters came to Manchester for the event. A very different Rangers team took the field for the first league game in the third division, even though the majority of the important players had refused to join the new organization. Nevertheless, the team easily defeated East Stirlingshire 5-1 in front of 49,118 spectators, setting a record for the largest ever attendance for a football game in 4th Division. Away from home, Rangers drew their first 3 league games before falling to Stirling Albion, the nation's bottom team at the time, 1-0. Inverness, Caledonian, they still defeated Rangers at home in the quarter-finals of the Scottish League Cup, and Queen of the South defeated Rangers at Ibrox in the third round of the Scottish Challenge Cup, and by Dundee United in the Scottish Cup's 5th round with 49,463 spectators against Queen's Park and 49,913 against Stirling Albion. Rangers surpassed their previous record. Rangers won the 3rd Division Championship on March 30th at Montrose following a goalless draw. Steven Gerrard departed Rangers for Aston Villa halfway through 2021-2022 season, and on November 11, 2021, former Rangers midfielder Giovanni Van Bronckhorst took his position. To get to the 2022 UEFA Europa League final against the untracked Frankfurt, he guided Rangers to their first European final in 14 years, defeating Red Star Belgrade, Borussia Dortmund, Braga, and RB Leipzig. Additionally, he led the team to its first Scottish Cup final in 6 years, which they won over Hearts. Rangers made it to the UEFA Champions League group stage for the first time since the 2001-2011 campaign in 2022-2023 season. Their performance in the Champions League group stage was the worst, surpassing Dinamo Zagreb's 19-goal difference from the 2011-2012 season. They lost all 6 group matches against Napoli, Liverpool, and Ajax, with only 2 goals scored and an overall goal difference of -20. On November 21, 2022, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst was fired following the Scottish Premiership, where they were now 9 points behind Celtics. The Rangers' official mascot is called Broxy Beer. Its name comes from home stadium of the Rangers, Broxy, which is an anagram of Ibrox, brown and sporting a Rangers strip. Broxy has blue inner ears and a nose. On November 13, 1993, he made his debut in 2-for-2 tie with Red Rovers. Later, Broxy was joined by his wife, Roxy, and their son, Boris. However, Roxy and Boris stopped appearing on the field at Ibrox in 2001. It was true that Roxy and Boris remained on some club products before a 4-1 victory over Dundee on September 9, 2017. Roxy and Boris were once again introduced. In 1979, the club was featured in a scene on the BBC Scotland comedy Scotch and Ray, where manager Ricky Fulton and chief Scot Gregor Fisher signed a young Catholic football player, Gerard Kelly, without realizing it, and then attempt to cancel his contract to avoid breaking the club's no Catholic signing policy in public. Rangers who made several appearances in theatrical productions, including Singin', I'm No A Billy, He Is a Tim at the Pavilion Theatre in 2009, and Follow Follow. The Rangers' Story at the King's Theatre in 1994, which starred Scottish actors Barbara Rafferty, Alexander Morton, Jonathan Watson, Ian Robertson, Ronnie Latham, and Stuart Bowman. Divided City at Citizens Theatre in 2011. And more recently, Rally Roon, The Rangers at the Glasgow Pavilion Theatre in 2019 and 2022. And Billy and Tim and the Wee Glasgow Ghost in 2015. Rangers club song, Follow Follow, features William Arcott Cushing's hymn, Follow On, which is alternatively referred to as Dawn in the Valley, with my Savior I would go, for I will follow Jesus. Before kickoff, the club also played The Best by Tina Turner when the team emerged from the tunnel. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.